One of the things that you look at when you're looking at your daily disciplines is like, if most people won't do it and you do it, then that's going to make you different, and that's going to produce something different in your life, would be what I would submit. Now, one of the interesting things is that yesterday we tend to over-exaggerate, okay? This could be our failures, or this could be our accomplishments. Now, the reason we do that is because we keep playing this tape or this story over in our head, and if you notice when you start telling the same story over and over again, that like if it's an accomplishment, the fish went from this big to this big, you know, and it gets better and bigger and more grandiose the more times I over-exaggerate it. Now, when I speak about tomorrow, okay, what I typically do, like if I was to ask anybody in this room, do you think the future is going to be better? Who would say yes? I would. Okay. There was a guy on NPR this morning, like the glass is half, what does he say? It's half empty. That was his book. I'm like, don't want to read that. No, thank you. You know. So it's like, no, I want to embellish life, but you know, it's funny when we always think that we can do something really grandiose tomorrow, and we tell ourselves that story too. Oh, I can't do that today. I got to do that tomorrow. Great. Then the other thing is looking at today, and we underestimate what we can accomplish today. Okay, and this is just something like we think, oh, it's only a day, there's nothing I can do. Well, somebody told me this a long time ago, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, and I don't know who said that or where that came from, but I love that because when you start looking at going, that's what I'm after and that's what I want. Oh yeah, I gotta take a step. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Everybody take just a moment, and what we're going to do is write down the 3 things that you know you need to do that you're not doing. Okay? Just take a minute. Come on, 30 seconds. Just pick one if it has to be. Don't overthink it. Just let it roll. Okay? One thing I would ask you is, number 1, why are you not doing that? Do you not have the skills? Have you not absorbed the cost? Or are you just procrastinating? Okay? Like if you've determined I need to do that, then this is where your help comes in. Because I have a guy in here named Gary Sulka. We meet every Monday at 3 o'clock. And we say, these are the 5 projects I'm working on. And what did you do this week? Didn't do much on that one. I didn't even take a half a step. I'm just looking at it and I'm not doing anything with it. So my point being is like, this is part of your deal. My coach got me to do this. He first had this assignment. It's called the tolerating list. Okay? And I thought, tolerating list? What is that? What are you tolerating that you need to take care of? Like, I'm pretty up to date. That was my story, my arrogant story I'm telling myself. And I was like, well, let me think on that a little bit. I go, well, that's right. I do need to clean out that garage and all that crap that's sitting right there. I need to do something with that. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, these windows in the house and the little seals are kind of sagging a little bit, and you know they're not leaking yet, but it's probably will, and it's going to be some issue. Yeah, I'm tolerating that. So what I came up with is I'm on 40 on my list. Now I left the ones on there that I crossed off, but this is a really interesting list. It's not necessarily a to-do list because some of it could be, but what I put on here is I need to ... Okay. Now, when I say I need to, that means who's responsible for taking care of this? Me. Okay? So you're responsible for taking care of whatever on your toleration list. Take care of it. Okay? Some of these things, you know, like I want to put a back door by my, out of my master bedroom on the patio. That's going to be maybe a little expensive. I don't know if that's in the budget right now. I'm not sure. Huh? Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't investigated. I haven't taken the first step yet. So, but actually, I talked to a guy about doing it. He said, well, that's not my deal. I'm like, okay, great. Let me find somebody else that does it. So I want to become a certified mortgage banker. Okay, I've been saying I'm going to do this. I've got enough hours. I could actually get, then I got to do the study. And, oh, I got to absorb that cost again, darn it. I got to actually take the test. And I got to do a verbal test and all that kind of stuff. Like that's the top 1% of all mortgage bankers in this country. That sounds like a highly valued accomplishment to me. Sure, I'll engage in that. Okay, it's on my list. So I say all that to say that there's a lot of different stuff that you have to do that you're not doing that you need to deal with. Whether it's your toleration list, whatever it is, work on this. This is something that you can work on all the time and say, oh, what can I do about that? The piece of accountability is finding somebody in your life that will be tough on you to help you with this.